Hi, welcome to my page. My name is Jasmine, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I have a lot of new followers, subscribers, what have you. I'm 31. I am born and raised here in Fairfield, California. I lived in Florida for a decade. So from 2012 to really 2023, I lived between Daytona Beach and Orlando. I am a college student, so I got my BA from an HBCU in Florida, and I'm currently working on my Master of Social Work at 31. And I started this program in June of this year. So I went back to school at 31. And so, yeah, let me encourage you to further your education if you want. And don't worry about your age. Like, I know people that are in school in their 50s, 60s, 70s. Like, it's never too late to chase your goals. So let's talk about what I love to talk about. I'm very passionate about a lot of things, but I'm very passionate about authenticity. So telling my story, owning my story, and being real to who I am despite who likes it or doesn't like it. Like, being authentic brings me joy. Being truthful, telling my truth brings me joy. So that's another core value. And being fair, keeping it real. A bit about my background, and as you can see from some of the videos, I love talking like this. I love teaching. At one point, I was a mentor in the industry that I worked in, so I genuinely love educating people, teaching people, advocating for people, and just showing up for people, guiding folks. So I am a child abuse survivor. I am the oldest daughter. I am the black sheep of my family, which is how some of the reason why I got into social work, because I realized that some of my innate character traits aren't renowned and they're not common, especially in my household. Like empathy, like protecting children, not sweeping things underneath the rug, talking about problems aren't things that my family holds true. So yeah, I make a career out of it. I used to be a sex worker. I was a sex worker, I think, for like 9 years. And I am still navigating how to talk about that. I talked about it a lot while I was in the industry. I had a big platforms, Twitter, I had a website, I had a mentorship program. I've been interviewed on different public speaking, like podcasts and interview situations. So, and I did advocacy work with the Sex Workers Outreach Project as a sex worker, and I was rooting for decriminalization, so, which again is hell a form of social work. But that industry was life-changing, and the transition out of sex work was very hard. And I remember looking on the internet trying to find answers and resources, and I couldn't find a thing. So I'll be talking a lot about that, talking about, growing up in an abusive household with the mother who could have gave two shits if I survived or not. So although my parents are living, I do not have a relationship with my parents. So I've had the idea of what it means to have parents, or I've had the idea of what I felt like a parent should be like. So I'm very empathetic. I'm very understanding. What else can I say about myself? Yeah, I love people. I would consider myself a popular loner now. Like, before getting to this place of peace and awareness, I used to feel like I had to constantly be around people, and I used to always have to check in with people before I make decisions. And now, like, I spend a lot of time alone. I do love social interactions, but again, most of my time I'm by myself. I'm at home or in my room. And yeah, I hope that from sharing my story, I encourage someone to do something different. I encourage someone to go after their dreams. And your today does not define your tomorrow. Yeah. Hell, even if you have like a juvenile background or an adult background, like you can still strive for more and you can still do things with your life. So again, my name is Jasmine, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for supporting me, and I thank God for every viewer, for every like, for every subscriber, and for the community that I am building. And I don't have a name for my supporters yet. When my platform gets bigger, I guess maybe I'll think of something, but thank y'all for being on this journey with me.